One of the small pleasures I'm getting in life right now is watching the fallout in MAGA world as the find out phase settles in. Friendships and family relationships are falling apart in the aftermath of the election. My name is Suri Crowe, and you are watching the MeidasTouch Network. Let's get into it. The shakeups are real. I thought this clip was pretty hilarious.
Help me! Help me! Help me!
Listen to this woman explain why she thinks MAGA people are big mad about liberals checking out of their lives.
Making me happy right now is seeing the MAGA lovers lose it. They're losing it because we are taking back our friendship. And that includes family as well. Not only are they losing the emotional support system that we usually provide, but they're losing the financial support system too. That to me is unreal. And I'm going to continue on the trajectory because honestly, we offer a lot. Being liberal means that we're caring, we're bleeding hearts, right? We really want to know how you're doing. We bring in intellectual conversations. We are highly intelligent. We are like so bright and vibrant, lots of joy. And you're going to lose that because have you been around a bunch of MAGAs? Yeah, I have. And well, they're just not my cup of tea. This is the same reason why you guys have difficulty in dating. This is the same reason why Republican men in Washington, D.C. is saying we can't find it. We're afraid to tell people my political party that I voted for Trump. That's going to continue to be an issue. That's why you had to create your own app to find like-minded people, but it continued to fail because really, honestly, who wants a misogynistic man? Who wants a man that wants to take women's rights? Her body, your choice. So I'm loving it. You guys continue the same way. We know what we offer. Goodbye.
This MAGA man is learning how his love life is going to suffer bigly when women discover who he supports.
I met this pretty girl, right? Everything was looking well. I was like, man, I finally found the one, right? Then we were talking and she said, so what do you do? I said, I told her what I did for work or whatever. I'm not going to tell y'all. And then we talked and he said, what else do you do? I said, I post a little bit online. She said, oh, let me see. I showed her my TikTok account. Instantly cut me off.
Bye. This guy breaks down what the big difference is between Trump supporters and liberals.
Everyone around them think and believe the exact same way. In fact, one of the key tenets of being a traditional conservative-minded person is that for you as an individual to be able to fit in within a traditional conservative collective community, you must first agree to your unquestioning alliance to that community by agreeing to adhere to every single demand that that community may have in order for you to be accepted. That is to include how you must view and feel about other people from different socioeconomic backgrounds, religious belief, and people who have different skin colors and gender and sexual preferences from yours. Otherwise, you're not welcome to be part of that community to start with. Now, while understanding that many of you listening to me right now will respond back to me by telling me that liberals are no different, that in order for you to be part of a liberal community, you too have to agree to adhere to its liberal beliefs, I will say back to you that you haven't really thought about these matters deeply enough. And this is why. While conservatives share an extensive list of demands and requirements that you must agree on to bow down to in order to be part of that conservative community, liberals, on the other hand, have one single demand, and that is that you will agree to mind your own fucking business. That's it. The only thing that will get you rejected among a liberal community is a violation of that requirement. In other words, the only single thing that liberals are intolerant about is your intolerance. So long as you live your life the way you personally feel to be best for you, and you let me do the same by not trying to turn your own beliefs into laws that will keep me from doing so, then here in my liberal community, you are fully welcome.
This woman talks about ending a friendship after finding out what and who her friend really values and supports.
I just had to end like a 3-year friendship with a friend of mine. She voted for Trump. It's not just about politics, especially for Black women. Some of us have grandparents that were born in this country that were not born with the right to vote. For some of us, our parents weren't even born with the right to vote. The Voting Rights Act was enlisted in 1965. That's one generation ago. Just one. For some of us. For context, my friend, now ex-friend, I guess you can say, she was white.
And listen to this woman just drop some hardcore truth bombs about how this really isn't just about politics, as the right is claiming. It's about who you are as a person and what you really value. And boy, it is really good. Listen in.
One of the biggest lies that I see on social media a lot is MAGA Republicans saying you shouldn't lose friends over politics. You are losing friends because of your morals, because you're not standing up and saying, I'm not going to vote for a man who would grape or grope women or assault them in any way. You are losing friends because you are allowing the kind of rhetoric that he spreads, which is hate and divide and racism. You are not losing friends because of politics. You're losing friends because you are supporting a man who is deplorable, who makes fun of special needs, who makes fun and makes racist comments, who degrades women and posts horrible, horrific sexual comments about women. And then I see you guys say, it's not a popularity contest. Yeah, he says crazy things sometimes, but that's not what I'm voting for him. His character matters. The president's character matters because it affects policy and it affects every single person in the United States of America. And it affects how other countries view us and look at us. If you're voting for Donald Trump, you're voting the same way as the KKK and literal schmazzies. So I guess you never have to wonder how you would have behaved during Schmittler's reign, because we know how you would behave. You would have been getting in line, raising that right arm high, telling people where the Jews are hiding. That would have been you, because you are failing to see how you are supporting a deplorable human being. And that is the reason why you are losing friends. All my love.
That is my kind of woman. Mic drop. This comment cracked me up about karma. Modern Monk Movement says, I cheated on my abusive Trump supporting husband and I'm going to leave him. By the way, it was worth every second. Fireworks emoji. Here is a Trump supporter lamenting the loss of her liberal best friend.
And let me tell you why. Today, someone I considered a very dear friend, someone I thought would be a lifelong friend, has decided that we cannot be friends because of my vote. To vote red, to vote conservative, to vote for Trump. She felt as though my vote was a vote against her and against women of color and not understanding the repression that they face. Here's the thing. I love this lady. I dearly love her. And I never thought that that would be her reaction. We've always had political conversations. We've talked about these things. We worked together for many years. And I thought that we were above it. I knew we had differences, but I thought we respected each other's differences, but apparently we don't. So I did not vote against you, my friend. I love you. I will continue to love you from afar, but I will not have a relationship with you after the words that you said to me today. But let me tell you this, I stand by my vote. I stand by my vote because it's a vote to protect souls that have yet to be born into this world, babies. I stand by my vote because it's a vote to protect children from being disfigured and demantled for the name of gender. I stand by my vote because it protects my children from boys and girls sports and hurt that they could get from that, the trauma they could get from that. I stand by my vote because it'll affect the economy. Everybody was living better under Trump. You know that, and I know that. So my friend, I'm so sorry to lose you as my friend, and I loved you very much. But I will not sacrifice my beliefs for one relationship.
Okay, repression is not a word. Neither is demantled. Not to be snarky, but she needs to pull out a dictionary. Life was definitely not better under Trump. He cratered the economy, killed over 1 million people because of his mismanagement and just complete denial of the COVID epidemic. And when Democrats are in office, infant and maternal mortality drops significantly. And on that note, I love this next clip.
Being like, oh, liberals need to be meaner, Democrats need to be meaner. Say less, babe. Do you know how many reformed mean girls have been waiting for this exact moment in time? I'm an ex-SEC sorority girl, okay? I have 3 brothers and an Irish Catholic mother. I know me. Not all of us were meant to be Miss Rachel liberals, okay? Not all of us were meant to be Michelle Obama, Jack Schlossberg liberals. Some of us were meant to be Regina George liberals, Lucille Bluth, Principal Ava Coleman liberals. The gift that Regina George liberals bring to the table is our ability to be so quick with our insults, so scathingly precise, so accurate. They don't even know that's happened until it's over. They just sit there with their burnt orange nails, hand over their mouth like, oh my God, what just happened? But if we're really gonna do this, I need y'all to really let us do it, okay? Because when I made that video about that one I'm not a feminist girl, and I did mention her chunky highlights, some of y'all were like, oh my God, no, we need to support women, don't be like that. Y'all did it your way, and we're doing it our way.
I'm feeling my inner Regina George pulling up, people. It is too late to change your vote. Should have done your research beforehand. Now we're all stuck living in your world with your stupid decisions. And I'm not going to let you forget that this is what you wanted. All right. I have mentioned that some of my closest friends are MAGA in previous videos, and some of you were shocked. There were a couple of comments that said, I'm never listening to you again. Okay. But to be clear, I let go of a lot of MAGA cult member relationships in my life during the pandemic because I could not abide by their anti-science, anti-education, and anti-medical views. I was like, bye. But some of these other relationships are a lot more complicated. For those of you who have been following me for a while, you may be aware that I was diagnosed with breast cancer this past year. And some of these friends stuck by me during one of the scariest times of my life, when other friendships and even family members walked away from me. So it's a lot more difficult and complicated for me to say bye to those people who stuck with me when I was going through this terrifying time. I know these friends I'm talking about to be dear and good-hearted people, which is why it is so mind-bending to me that the people who were holding my hand, literally coming over, cleaning my house, in some cases paying my rent at times because I wasn't able to work, would vote for this monster of a person and administration. Like, I'm like, how could you be so good to me and then vote against my health care? So I haven't spoken with them since the election, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And I'm certain I'm not the only person who's grappling with these really difficult situations. But this is the tragedy of the MAGA cult. They have been tricked and deceived into following this madman known as Donald Trump. So there are no easy answers here. I can tell you in the meantime, though, I have made a commitment to not supporting MAGA businesses. I've added this app. It's called Goods Unite Us. You can look up businesses in the app and see if they donate to MAGA/Republican causes or pro-democracy causes. And if they don't have the business you're looking for, you can submit it and ask them to research that. I'm really making a concerted effort to not support MAGA owned businesses, restaurants. These are small steps I'm taking in my life to really support pro-democracy businesses and accounts and media businesses like MeidasTouch, Brian Tyler Cohen, the Lincoln Project, Really American, so many others. We've got to stick together and just build a coalition so that we can collectively resist what is coming and what is already building. So anyway, my name is Suri Crowe, and you are watching the MeidasTouch Network. Thank you so much for being here. Please share this video and share your stories below in the comments. I'd love to hear how all of y'all are dealing with these relationships and what your experiences are. I will see you back here very soon. Thank you. And as always, peace.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.